I was actually supposed to film a completely different video today. I wanted to film a video today about like having a recovery day because that's what today has had to be for me, and I have not been able to do that because I'm just so exhausted. Like the idea of putting the camera on and filming b-roll about what I'm up to and how I have a recovery day has just been so overwhelming for me, and I've just needed to plod through my day basically and just slowly go through the motions of getting done what I need to do, but also not pushing myself. Although I'm not like in mad pain today, I did just have to lather a load of like tiger balm on my back because I did start to have a bit of pain as I was just getting ready to film this video. Although it's not like that bad, I am super exhausted. I've spent probably about 70% of this week in pain, a lot of it just asleep. Some days I've been able to kind of rise up a bit and recover, but it has been really hard because I've not had a flare up like this in probably around a year. For that I'm really grateful. For those of you who don't know, I spent quite a few years pretty much bedbound, either in the bed or in the bath, just trying to get rid of this pain. And so I'm really grateful that I'm in a place now where I've worked really hard to work out what's going on and understand my body, where I have not had that for a really long time. So this flare-up has seemingly come out of nowhere, and it's been a very big shock for me. But at the same time, it has also represented a new era of how I look after myself and how I feel like I have come so far. And I feel like I have so much that I can say and advise on this situation as someone who has lived with chronic pain for over a decade now. What I'd like to do with this video is just share how I move through the chronic pain, give you guys some tips on just going at a good pace, being kind to yourself in these moments. As always, welcome back to the Wishing Pod. We're actually in the Wishing Pod today. I really believe that now is a really good time to talk about all of this because you guys can actually see me in it. Yeah, it's pretty vulnerable being on camera when you're like exhausted and in pain. At the end of the day, these are the moments that we need to hear this most and understand how to be our biggest advocates in these moments. Let's get into it. Number one is to lower your expectations. Days like this, recovery days, these are not normal days. These are not your normal productivity days. These are the days when you're going to be going at about like 20-30% rather than like 70-80-90%. As someone with chronic pain, as someone with ADHD, that's just the way it goes. Like some days you can be up here and be really productive and have lots of fun things going on, and other days it's lower energy and you have less spoons. There's like the spoon community, isn't there? High spoon community. I'm not super familiar with the whole spoon concept because it's quite new for me, but I do like it and I think it's a good like representation. On some days you just have much less spoons and much less to give, and so on those days just bring everything down to a bare minimum. Lower your expectations. So the goal of these 20-30% lower expectation days is to just treat yourself well and to create a sense of safety within your body, because a lot of the time when you're exhausted you're also feeling burnt out, which also sometimes means that you're feeling overstimulated, and the whole thing can just be really overwhelming. You might also be dealing with feelings of guilt, you might be having spurts of depression and just being really sleepy. All these negative emotions can really consume you when you're lower energy, because you feel, especially if you haven't accepted the lower energy days for what they are, if you still want to keep going. But I'm here to tell you to just slow down and reduce your expectations. This is not a day for productivity, this is a day for recovery. And if a day turns into 2 days, 3 days, a week, then it is what it is. And I think it's really important to learn to listen to your body. It's totally okay on days like this if you just need to get up, have a snack, and go back to bed. It's fine. If that's what your body's telling you. My body's definitely telling me to go to bed, and I will go do that after this video, but I would really like to just get this out because I feel like for me it's very raw. I'm also like, this is the one thing I really wanted to do today, so it would be really nice if I could just do it. I do feel much better after putting like Tiger Balm on and like brushing my hair, and I'll get into like the kind of routines that I do when I'm in pain, because I have like a whole thing that I do to just create this sense of safety and just be really kind to myself and treat myself with love rather than resistance. So, okay, let's move on to tip number 2. Tip number 2 is probably something that I am most good at on these chronic pain days because I've had so much practice at it, and it's to make yourself feel human on these days. It's really easy to just bed rot in these days, and I'm not saying that bed rotting's a bad thing when you're in chronic pain. Like, I get it, like, honestly, like, I really get it. Like, if you just have to be in bed because you can't move because you're in pain, I'm not saying that, but I am saying that on the days when I don't do my teeth, if I don't wash my face, just like those 2 little steps, and brushing my hair as well, those are kind of the 3 things that I really hold myself accountable to do every single day, because I notice that when I don't do those things, like, I feel grotty as fuck. Everything else just feels so much harder. I don't know why, but it's like those 3 things, if I don't get them done, I just can't do anything. Like, I just don't get my day started. Even if it's a day where I'm in bed and I'm watching YouTube to distract myself from the pain, if I've cleaned my teeth, then I feel fresh. If I wash my face, if I get all the crap from when I've been asleep off my face, then I feel really good. And same with brushing my hair. It's something to do with just that fresh feeling, and that really helps me. And so no matter how much pain I'm in, I always try and do that. And something that has given me a lot of grace during those moments is to not force myself to get it done in a certain amount of time. Sometimes this week, I'll be really honest, I've not been able to get out of bed until like 9:30, 10:30, because I'm just aching. I'm just aching, and then the days when I haven't been aching, I've just been exhausted from the previous days of being in pain. And I find myself tearing up because it just hasn't happened in a while, and I feel very like sensitive and tired over the whole thing. And so eventually, when I have managed to get up, it's taken me sometimes an hour just to get those 3 steps done of cleaning my teeth, brushing my hair, and washing my face. Just taking it really slowly, going back to point 1, just like reducing the expectation of how it needs to happen and how long it needs to take, because these are only things that you put on yourself, right? So if you can, I know that there are things to consider, like jobs and I don't know if you've got kids or like, you know, things. There are demands outside of your own personal life, I'm sure, but for me in this moment, I've been very lucky that I've just been able to take things very slowly. And I just want to say that when it comes to feeling human again, it's not about being perfect, it's just about getting it done and feeling a little bit more elevated to make life a little bit easier for yourself. And that's all it is. It's not like saying like, you have to do this, you have to force yourself through. It's actually to better yourself and to make yourself feel somewhat better. It's not about being perfect, but it is just about making yourself feel better. You know, it doesn't have to look the same as me, like cleaning your teeth, brushing your hair, washing your face. That is like my thing that I hold myself accountable to. It could look like anything for you guys. It could also just be in the form of having fresh clothes on, changing your underwear. These are the things that can become really hard when you're in chronic pain, that for a normal person they don't even think twice about, but for someone who has a body that doesn't always cooperate, things like getting up, getting dressed can be really tough. So Sometimes it's good to just have like a little list if you're like overstimulated and you can't think like, fuck, what have I got to do to feel human. Maybe just write it down the day before, like, okay, I really want to do this when I get up in the morning. If I can, I'm gonna try and have breakfast. If you've got to take your meds, make sure you take your meds. Drink a load of water. That's another thing that I really hold myself accountable to. I try to drink at least 2 liters of water a day. Doesn't always happen, but I do feel better when I do that. And I try and remember that feeling, because beforehand it's always like, oh, I can't be bothered, I'm in too much pain, this is too difficult. But I try and remember, like, okay, after I've done this I always feel so much better. So after I've had a shower I always feel so much better, so go have a shower. You can also break it into tiny steps. So for example, if I am convincing myself to take a shower when I'm in loads of pain, I will get my shower stuff out of my wet room and I'll just put it by the side of my door ready to go. And that's like the first kind of step. And then I'll put on my dressing gown so that I can walk to where the shower area is. And then I will say, okay, I'm just gonna go in and I'm just gonna wash my face. And by the time I've got in there and I've done all of these steps and like kind of convinced myself into it, I'm like, okay, fuck it, I might as well just do the whole thing. It's kind of like convincing yourself to go to the gym. Like, put your gym clothes on, you're like, okay, well, I've got my gym clothes on, I might as well just like go outside. Okay, I'm outside now, I might as well just walk there. And so that's kind of what I do with the chronic pain recovery. I kind of just break everything into tiny steps to convince myself to do it. And just another point as well, like going back to the whole safety thing, like feeling safe in your body, when you can get yourself to do the things that you know will benefit you on these pain days, whether that's like drinking, eating, getting changed, doing your skincare, whatever it is, you do create this sense of trust in yourself, so that when you do have these big flare-ups, you feel like you can handle it more, because it's not like the pain doesn't get smaller, but you get bigger, you get more confidence, you grow around the pain and your capacity gets bigger because you have shown yourself time and time again that you can move through it and you can trust yourself to be your biggest advocate in these moments. So yeah, I think that's something really important to hold on to. Number 3 is to nourish yourself without making your life any harder. When you're having flare-ups, it's impossible to do stuff sometimes. It's impossible to make a full meal. It's impossible to do like a 10-step like cooking thing or like your exercising thing. But every single day your body needs fuel and there's nothing you can do to change that. So you have to work with your body in these moments. And I'm not talking about like putting so much time aside to make yourself the most amazing meals. Like, we are talking low capacity, easy meals, okay? I just think it's really important in those moments to listen to yourself, because your body will be craving certain things. A lot of the time when I'm feeling delicate like I am today, I really crave carbs. And so I make sure that I always have plenty of carbs. At the moment, the timing has been really bad. I've ran out of gas, and so I have no gas. So this has been a bit of a problem for me today, which is probably another reason why I'm feeling a bit more sensitive. But luckily, my dear father had cooked a load of jacket potatoes, so I was very lucky, and I have just been eating jacket potatoes all day. Thanks, Dad. While doing that, I had like quite a few like packeted things and sauces. I had like some packet Japanese spicy pickles, so I just put those on the jack potato with some olive oil and some mayo and some like nice sriracha like hot sauce. Put a load of really easy sauces on them, and that was my meal. Last night was very similar. I just put some burgers, some vegan Linda McCartney burgers in my air fryer. Oh yeah, I had some like tinned Greek food, like the beans, the big baked bean things, and some stuffed vine leaves and some green beans in tomato sauce, and I was just eating those out of the tin. And that was my dinner. because it's all I could manage. And I guess what I'm trying to say from here about this is that it's really important to nourish yourself even when you're having flare-ups. So make sure that you have things already in your cupboards ready to go that you can just put in the microwave, put in the air fryer, make it really easy for yourself. So it's literally just a two-step process. Because also, if you're an ADHD girly like me, I bloody hate things that have loads of steps anyway. Like, I struggle with that. Like, my life needs to be as easy as possible when it comes to just like getting shit done. I don't like 10-step systems, and when I'm having flare-ups it's even worse, as you can imagine. So for me, a two-step eating routine where I open a can and eat, that's perfect. In the air fryer, just put it in, bish bash bosh, it's done. That was the same with today. Potatoes in the microwave, sauce, eat. And that's like the extent of my cooking. I love cooking. I'm a huge fan of cooking meals, but on days like this it just feels impossible. So yeah, so some tips for that. Meal prep when you're feeling good. When you have energy, make sure that you meal prep and have things that you can have just in case. Ideally things that you can just put in the freezer, because if you're like me, I don't know when I'm having flare-ups anymore. Like, my flare-ups are so inconsistent. I haven't had one this bad in like a year, which is crazy. But this is also why I am making this video and giving tips, because I'm like, oh fuck, this is awful. You almost forget how bad it is when you're healthy. And then when it happens, you're like, oh shit, like, and now I've made this YouTube channel and I've learned so much about chronic pain because I've been keeping on top of it for so long. Now I've had this flare up even though I have been keeping on top of it. It's just the way it goes. I used to be in pain for years at a time. I was bedbound for years at a time. So for me, having a week flare up, like, this is the best case scenario for me, and I'm so grateful that I've been healthy, somewhat, very much so, in like a chronic pain way for such a long time, like almost a year of just feeling really good in my body. So I'm really grateful for that, and I think this is why I have so much hope for you guys. I know how it feels to feel hopeless and helpless and feeling like this is going to be your whole life, but honestly, as someone who had just accepted that pain was going to be like my entire life and my identity, because it was just all I could think about all the time for years, as someone who has come out on the other side of that and worked really hard to get off taking loads of pills for it and really look inwards and work out mentally what's going on to change what's physically going on, because for me it's a very mental thing. Like, it's all from stress. But anyway, that's a previous video. That's my last video if you want to check that out. I've worked really hard to create systems and basically change my entire lifestyle, because when you go through something like this, you have to change your lifestyle. It's not enough to just go to the doctors and take pills. Like that, like, what kind of life is that? That's no life, you know. And a lot of the time the pills will wear off, you'll get immune to them, and then you have to take something even stronger. And I'm not going to sit here and diss medication, because that's not my stance at all, but there are other ways that you can look after yourself, and you have to find the way that works for you. For me, it's been obviously big lifestyle changes. Learning about hypermobility has really helped, and learning how to exercise with hypermobility, because you don't exercise the same way as you do if you're, you know, normal bodied. And also doing TRE, and I will shout to the high hills about TRE, tremor release exercises, or trauma release exercises, or tremor response. They have quite a few different names, but it's basically the concept that you trigger the tremor in your body, and you can do this really easily. And for me, it's been a very spiritual experience learning through this and the emotions that have come up and working through everything. But actually, it's a very scientific thing, and I didn't realize how scientific it was. But also, it's quite niche. Like, there's not that many videos on YouTube about it. So I went on a big tangent there. I apologize. As I said, I have ADHD. This is just, it's part of my charm. It's what you're in for if you're having a conversation with me. So meal prep when you're feeling good. freeze those portions. Make sure that you have easy food available at all times. I've got so many instant noodles. I am an instant noodle fiend. But you can add nice things. I like adding like a tin of tomatoes and like some nice herbs, and you can add some frozen vegetables. Like, it doesn't have to be just like cardboard cardboard in a bowl. When you're not feeling good, microwave meals, it's okay to have microwave meals. I don't care what anyone says. I know that they're not the best. I know that you have to worry about things like microplastics, but you can put things into different tubs and there are ways around these things. But I know that when you're in pain, you are focused on just surviving. So if you want to have a microwave meal, fuck it, do it. It's okay. And just instant meals. I love porridge when I'm in pain and when I'm low energy because it's so easy, it's nourishing, it's so energy release. You can add like chocolate sauce to it so it feels like a nice sweet treat, you know? So I also just allow myself to indulge a bit. Like, I had half a bar of chocolate earlier before I filmed this because I was like, fuck, I need energy. And also I love chocolate, and I've been eating strawberries and blueberries all day, and that's been really nice to just pick at, so I make sure that I'm actually eating throughout the day. So yeah, there's loads of ways that you can just nourish your body without forcing yourself to, you know, have even less energy because you're forcing yourself to make like a whole meal. Create systems that work for you so that when these days come up, because I know that a lot of the time, especially for me, I'm sure it is for you, like, it's unintentional. These are not planned, these pain days. So you don't want to get caught short when it does happen. So make sure that you have food in the fridge, food in the freezer, microwave meals, whatever it is that works for you. Make sure that it's already there, ready for you, so when the flare-ups happen, you can take care of yourself and you don't have to worry about how am I going to eat. Oh, and one more tip before we move on to the next point is hydration really matters. I already talked about having 2 liters of water a day. That's like the max for me. Like, if I can do that, then that's great. But I have a huge water bottle. I'll show you. I got this in Tesco's for like £6 with a club card. But this is absolutely amazing. It's massive, it keeps everything really cool, it's BPA free, and I like to basically fill this with water. I'll often have like an electrolyte drink in this. Really love Pocari, which is Japanese electrolyte drink that is really accessible. Pocari Sweat is called. It's got a really unfortunate name, but you can order that online. I also really enjoy the electrolyte drinks that you can just buy in the supermarket, so I'm not sure what brand that is. Let me just see. It's called Liquid IV. Electrolytes are really important, so just make sure that you are drinking that. And if you don't have electrolytes, I believe just put a little bit of sea salt in your water mixed with some other things, and that kind of doubles as an electrolyte drink. I also find orange juice is really nice when I'm having flare-ups. Just make sure that you're getting some vitamin C, because if you can't go outside because you're in pain, totally get it. But yeah, just try and get your vitamins through your food, and take multivitamins as well. Like, just have them there, have them in front of you so they're staring at you, and so you're like, okay, when you have a little bit of energy, I can take some. You can take some multivitamins. Fuck, you can tell I'm getting really tired now. I really wanted to make this video. I didn't want to just go to bed. Like, I've been really wanting to make this video since yesterday, and I thought today was going to be easier, but actually, even though I rested all day yesterday, I'm just still absolutely exhausted today. So anyway, so making your chores easier, not making them impossible. So a really good example of that is today. I knew that I had laundry to do. I put fresh bedding on a couple of days ago. I had laundry that was drying outside and it was dry, so I had to like put a new wash load on, bring the new laundry in, and it just felt like a massive task, honestly, being not having much energy. And I was like, okay, well, I really need to do this one thing today. Also, by the way, I think I forgot to mention this earlier, but just like wear like really comfy clothes when you're in pain. Like, don't focus on what you look like. I'm not wearing any makeup now. I know that I look tired as fuck, but it's okay. It's okay, and I think it's okay to show up like that. Like, I want to show you guys the reality and the real me, even when I'm in pain and even when I'm struggling, because this is the reality. Like, you know, van life is really cool and I've got a really cool cat and I've got a lot of cool things going on with my music, but I am still very much a human being who has struggles, and I think that I can create purpose from my struggles. You know, make chores easier. So put on your comfies. Don't worry about what you look like, just make sure that you're feeling human, as I said before. So today I had all of this washing that I had to do, and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get all this done, but I want to get it done on the weekend. And on those days when I'm having a flare-up, I put on my noise cancelling headphones and I just put on really like joyful music and stuff, like my manifestation playlists, my self-love playlists, you know, everything that you listen to is a frequency, right? So listen to music that is going to raise your vibration. The power of healing music. This is not just music, this is also like what you watch on TV. You want to be watching things that elevate you and raise your vibration, which is why I don't watch horror anymore, hardly ever. I don't watch these like crime documentaries or anything like that because I don't want to lower my vibration. Make chores easier, not impossible. So anyway, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do my washing, and I put my wash load on, so that's all done. Just really quickly, just shove it in there, don't even think about it. And then I come outside, bring all of my washing in, and then I put on a comfort show, something on YouTube. I watched like Sophia Maynard, is that her name? The American? Anyway, I like her content. I think she's really cute and I like her videos. I think she's funny. So, and I've been watching her since BuzzFeed, so she's like a real like long time YouTuber that I've been watching. Anyway, so I pop her on and I'm doing my laundry, and by the time the video is finished, I've not even realised that I finished putting away all my laundry, and it just happens like instantly because I'm just having fun watching something. So there are things that you can do. Another thing that you can do is you can sit down while doing the tasks. Don't think that you have to be stood up and like fully like in the moment to get shit done. When you're in pain, like done is better than perfect. You can break things into tiny chunks. So for me, I will often put my laundry away and then I'll just leave my socks. And then I'll come back and I'll be like, oh, I forgot to put my socks away. And you can like put it into tiny sections. I guess it kind of comes back to this like, don't aim for perfect, just aim for done, aim for progress. Like, I am the last person that I need to be judging right now when I am having a flare-up, when I'm tired and just exhausted. It's okay. It's okay to do them in a way that maybe on the outside doesn't look like much, or, you know, you have to convince yourself into it through things like chocolate. That's okay. As long as that you can create systems to get it done imperfectly, it's totally fine. Number 5, and I think I might make a separate video all about this because I actually discovered this topic, this concept today, and I was like, that is fucking brilliant and so beneficial. Step number 5 is to create a recovery station. The whole point of having a recovery station is to make your future self's life easier. I have seen so many of these chronic pain recovery station things coming up, and I think it's honestly genius, and I can't believe that I haven't worked this out. I had like a drawer at one point, but the cool thing about the recovery station is that it's on wheels. Like, you have the shelves and then you have it on wheels and you can move it around. In my case, I don't think I really need that. This van is such a small space. However, I think it's a really good idea if you are like doing the whole house thing. And to be honest, I kind of want to just get one in general because it's like, it's cool. I don't know how I'd incorporate it, but I'm still thinking about it because I have so many things for like my pain, but they're just all over the place. I've got some things in my cupboard, I've got something in my drawers, I've got
something's in my cupboard over here, and it's like, oh, I've got some things out as well. It's like, oh my gosh, like I actually can't remember everything that I own. And to be honest, having it all in one space will make things so much easier, especially for my neurospicy brain. I think that would be really good for me, and I think it would be a cool example to show you guys what I actually have. So in your recovery station, you're going to have your things like medications, your heat pads, calming things that you need to just lower your cortisol. You might have some like exercise things, recovery tools, snacks, skincare, books, like whatever it is, fidget toys. I've got a fidget toy now, which is pretty cool. I've got two actually. So yeah, I've got a lot that I can put in this recovery station. And especially like when you're in a small space like me, I think probably having everything in one place will be really beneficial. And I can't believe I didn't think of this sooner, but I'm so glad that I saw it on Pinterest, because whoa, what a game changer. And if you guys haven't made a recovery station yet, definitely get on that. If you do have a recovery station, let me know what's in it. Let us know in the comments if you guys have any tips for recovery stations, because I need tips and I'm sure there are many people online who also need them. So yeah, please share in the comments, that would be really helpful. Number 6 is to reduce decision fatigue. Oh my goodness, I know decision fatigue so well. As an ADHD girly, I have had my fair share of decision fatigue today. So don't worry girls, I know exactly where you're coming from. If, unlike me, you know that your next day or the day after is going to be a recovery day. I did not know today was going to be a recovery day. I thought today was going to be a filming day, but it is a filming day. Woohoo! I managed to get there. It is also very much a recovery day, and it has been, and it will be. I'm gonna go to sleep very soon. I'm very excited for it. You can prepare things in advance, very much the same as the meal prep, but you can treat your future self with kindness by preparing for the day or the next day for your recovery day. So if you know that tomorrow or the next day is going to be a recovery day, make sure you prepare for it. Treat yourself with kindness in anticipation for it. So what I mean by that is put out your comfiest clothes, put them there already, socks, pants, all of it. Just put it out somewhere where you know you can just put it on the next day. And that goes for as well putting your things out before. It might be in the form of putting your supplements in a little tub so that you can just down them all in one go. Put your tea bag in your cup the night before, fill up your kettle the night before, so that it's just a case of turning it on and then you can start your day with a cup of tea without even thinking about all of the steps that you've got to do. Because even those tiny steps of opening the cupboard, getting the tea bag out, when you're in pain, everything feels like a fucking mission. So just break down the steps when you have energy and do it beforehand. That's something that's really helped me a lot. Put your toothpaste on your toothbrush. There are so many things that you can do. Write a list as well. I am a huge advocate for lists. Even if it's like, I literally put on my list, take a shower, clean your teeth, and then you get like a little dopamine hit when you like cross it off or tick it off. But also when you're in pain, like when you're frazzled and you're in recovery mode, it also includes things like burnout, so you're not really thinking straight. So having something that is tangible and in a list form that you can see, oh, I wanted to do this today. Because sometimes if I wake up in recovery mode like I have done today, I'm like, I have no idea what I was gonna do today. It's gone, and all I can think about is being horizontal and drinking water and eating chocolate, and that sometimes that's just the way it goes. So if you have things in a list form, it makes life a bit easier, because you're like, oh, actually I remembered I was gonna do my washing today. And also, can I just say about the list, like the list is not supposed to be a productivity list. It can be tiny. It can be a tiny list, as I said, with things like clean your teeth, brush your hair, right? It's not about getting the most done in this day. It's about just getting the things done that you need to do to make yourself feel a little bit better.
It's not a productivity list, it's a self-care list. So you can also include things like take your meds, drink water, or drink electrolytes, whatever it is. You could even write down rest without guilt. Put rest onto your to-do list so that you have it scheduled in, you know, and then you don't have to feel guilty about it because you've said that's what you're going to do and you hold yourself accountable to it. I'm going to just finalize everything that I said with a little closing message, and thank you so much for joining me for this very sleepy video. I don't know if I've ever been this like vulnerable on camera, where I'm just like just yawning. I've probably cut out a lot of my yawns for the sake of keeping this video a bit more punchy, but I have been yawning a lot. But yeah, the biggest thing that I've learned is that systems are really, really important, and when you feel good, that's the time to create the systems for your future self. Also, the biggest thing I've learned at the age of 29 and really only just understanding what's been going on for like the last year and a half, and I still feel like there's so much more to understand really, but from what I know, this body that you've been given, when you're given a body that doesn't work the same as like a normal body, your lifestyle is so important. You can't just wake up and expect to live the same life as everybody else, because you can't. And that's not me being here being all doom and gloom, because actually it can be a really positive thing, and I'm so grateful for my body because I know myself so well now, and my health, when I'm not in pain, my health is in top form. Like, I am so bloody healthy, like I'm so on it. I've got like a vitamin routine, I know all about my monthly cycle, I am in touch with the moon cycle because that is all linked to it, and the way that I go about my month, go about my life, it's so much healthier than it used to be, and that is because I understand my body, I understand hypermobility so much more, I understand chronic pain and chronic stress and how to lower cortisol and how to exercise in a way, this is something that I'm learning currently, how to exercise in a way that benefits hypermobility rather than like overstretching and potentially really hurting yourself even more. Actually, having a non-able body and having to adjust yourself can be a massive blessing, and I don't want that to come across as like a toxic positivity thing, because I don't want to disregard also how shit it is and how hard it is that you have to be like that. But I have seen this as such a transformational journey, and I hope that my videos about chronic pain and my previous video that I make, and if you would like me to keep making videos like this, I hope that they can shed light on your own situation and actually be a bit of a shining light to show you that actually you can get through this and you can create a really amazing life for yourself. You can create a life that benefits you and create a life where you truly trust yourself and give yourself grace and eventually can create confidence for yourself. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a beautiful day. I'm gonna go to sleep now. I'm so tired, but I'm really good. I'm really good. Actually, I'm gonna go cozy myself up now and just I'm gonna have the rest of my potatoes because I have 2 left over. I'm gonna eat some more potato, and I might have a shower if I can hack it, but I'm really excited to just watch YouTube and go to bed. I'm all tiger balmed up now, so I feel really good, and just happy, sleepy, tired. Anyway, love you guys. Bye.